Welcome to the Jeff and Jamie feed. Another great day of sitting around talking with you.
Well, yes, and today is super exciting because we're talking about desserts because the holidays are right around the corner and there is nothing more delicious, delectable, wonderful, brings about happiness than desserts.
What's crazy is you're more of a dessert person than I am.
I know, and it sucks because my body does not like sugar and carbs. So desserts to me now are looking at desserts.
My body loves sugar and carbs.
Yes, I can tell. Jeff is like sometimes like Pooh Bear, we say. He gets his hand in the honey pot and he just keeps going at it. He loves his sugar. I just look at him doing that and I see how yummy it all looks. But I think one of the most fun things about dessert is that doesn't it take you back? Like there's so much nostalgia in desserts. Yes,
right back to childhood, all the things that made you happy and that you loved and great times with your family.
Yes, it's when you're around people that you love and there's beautiful, delicious homemade treats and all that. For me, I remember my grandmother used to make these lemon cookies and it felt so luxurious because when you asked for a lemon cookie from her, she would actually give you a bag that had 2 lemon cookies.
She would even give those to me.
I know.
She loved me.
2 lemon cookies in the bag, and it felt so luxurious. You know, I got to have 2 instead of just 1. She also had amazing chocolate chip cookies, and we used to make at home. My mom would make cream cheese pound cake. I would eat the slice and save just the top portion of it because that top that baked on top, it would be a little bit gooey and cream cheesy.
Kind of like our cheesecake at Hallelujah Hall.
Kind of, yes. But there's something about this that just, I had to save it. And then I would just eat it so slowly. And the flavors and the texture were different from anywhere else on the cake. My mouth is watering.
And I need to thank you because I have one special memory, especially as the holidays are coming, from my grandmother, where she used to make these intense cutouts of Santa's head, and then she used to do cream cheese frosting for the beard and a red hat and all this stuff. And you and the kids are so sweet. Every year you guys take a day and you make those for me, and I love them. It's amazing.
Yes, they're a little different because I'm using a grain-free cookie that's sweetened with maple syrup, and then I use all-natural food dyes.
Thank you, Eat Gangster, for your cookie mix.
That's right. It's all-natural food dyes, too. So, like, the red is not the red of Red 40, where it's, like, super poppy Santa red. It is, like, a muted plum red from a beet powder. So it's a little different, but we make them nonetheless. And the kids love making them. And we're getting better and better at them as the kids are getting older.
That's true. And I can't get anywhere near them with my fat fingers. You won't let me mess them up.
No, you would absolutely mess them up. Well, tell us who we're having on today to take this dessert conversation to another level.
We have our pastry chef, Savannah, coming on today. She's the pastry chef for all our places and just does such a wonderful job on desserts. And not only do they taste super good, but the look of what she puts out is amazing. I love walking up to that brunch spread at Supperland and just seeing all the colors and all the technique, and it's incredible what the pastry team does.
It is incredible. And I think it's greatly to do with her leadership and vision of our team because she's now got a handful of people at each spot at Supperland and Hallelujah Hall who are helping her make and execute all of these desserts every single day so that people get super fresh desserts.
And I kind of feel I feel a little bad for her because as we're growing and, we're committed to pretty much trying to make everything we can homemade. But then as soon as we decide to put a burger on at Hallelujah Hall, we're like, oh, guess who gets to
We're going to make
bun?
homemade bread too.
So then the pastry team just has more and more to do. So it is it's a whole thing for them, but they're handling it well. They're very good at waking up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what they do. But let's get Savannah on here.
I love it. Welcome on, Savannah. We are so glad to have you. We were having a little bit of a conversation about desserts, all things desserts, and also all things pastry. And Savannah, so you guys know, at Supperland, she makes everything from our porridge bread to our brie bites to all of our homemade pies. And then at Alleluia Hall, she does our Hawaiian rolls, warm fudge cake, our guava cake, and several other dishes as well. And probably a lot more with brunch too. So, yeah, she does a lot. And we were just talking about things that we absolutely love, like nostalgic dishes. I guess maybe mostly I was talking about that. But what are some of the desserts that take you back to your childhood?
So my mom didn't cook much. She can. She just doesn't. But my Mamaw.
That's really crazy of that. Like a lot of the people that direct the food here. So like me, Chris, you, we come from homes where we had to fend for ourselves and learn to cook because our moms were so not proficient in that area. Anyways.
But her mom can cook. She just chose not to.
Doesn't.
Well, she worked a lot, and my dad's a really picky eater, and I was vegetarian for like 12 years. So she was like, I'm not making 3 different dinners. You guys just figure it out on your own.
Smart lady.
But my great grandmother would have us over to her house every Wednesday night for dinner, and she would make like the only family meals that I was really experiencing. And it always came with some kind of a dessert. Like it didn't matter. Every Wednesday night we had dessert with dinner, which was crazy enough. But in the summertime, she made a strawberry pie, which was like whole strawberries suspended in Jello.
Jello, yeah.
And
whipped cream on top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And she would get the strawberries from a farm stand. So
what was the crust?
She homemade crust.
Okay.
It was
cracker
not,
or
no, it was like
homemade,
regular
like
pie
real?
crust.
Okay.
It wasn't like strawberry pretzel salad type of thing. It was real pie.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So holidays around the corner, are there certain ingredients that you love to work with during the holidays that just like scream holiday to you?
I really like to pull out eggnog.
Ooh,
And
yes.
like as we get closer to the holidays, and you'll see it a lot at Supperland too. Like I'll try to lean into eggnog as much as possible, which is really funny.
Do you make your eggnog like from scratch? Separate your eggs and do all that, or what do you cheat on that, don't you?
I absolutely do. If I'm making a mousse with it, I'm not gonna make eggnog from scratch. If I'm gonna drink it by itself, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But if I'm turning it into cake or mousse or ice cream, we're buying that.
Yeah.
We're buying it. So back to the eggnog.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even like eggnog.
But is it the flavors, or like it just takes you back, or you know
it just
other people
feels
do?
right. Like it should be.
Yes, I love eggnog. I think it's so delicious. Are you an eggnog person?
Yeah, because I like brandy and bourbon and all those things. So of course I do.
I feel like sometimes when I talk to you, you're like suddenly into a new chocolate or a new cinnamon or something. Is there anything like that has been really like inspiring you as you look at the holidays coming up?
Right now, there's not anything very specific that I'm super excited about. I'm gearing up and getting really excited for the holiday cookie boxes that we do every year at Supperland. I'm super excited to bring Alleluia Hall into that tradition this year. And with that focus, we get to, rather than like the comfort Southern classic cookies that we do at Supperland, I can kind of lean into the tropical and like finding something that's tropical but Christmas or holidays at Alleluia Hall, and I'm just excited to get my hands on that.
So you all know what happens is we've always had this tradition. Savannah started this at Supperland where people can pre-order cookie boxes, and they get, is it a dozen in there?
The
a dozen
Supperland
cookies?
Bake Shop.
The Supperland Bake Shop, yeah. I think we'll probably do a dozen this year.
And they are
changes.
tremendous. Like they are just gorgeously decorated. Each one has kind of a different look or feel. So you can take them and enjoy them at home. You can take them to a party, just enjoy them by yourself, whatever that might look like. But they are so fun and festive. And I love also the process you go through to come up with the cookies. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So the magic of the cookie boxes for me isn't the cookies themselves. It's that I'm taking each one of my team members and assigning them, like, you need to come up with a cookie, and we're going to taste it together, and we're going to work on it together and make sure the box is super coherent. But like, whatever you want to do, it's your cookie. So they get really that opportunity to grow and shine and have some fun with it. And I get to see kind of like what they do with that much freedom.
Well, and I bet that's
That's
inspiring for you. Like we all get stuck doing the same things. So, and your team is so talented.
Yeah, they are. They're great.
That's awesome.
It's actually inspired us, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but we're going to do wine boxes as well this year. So Michael, who I always ask him every Christmas and Thanksgiving to curate a case of wine for me, but now he's going to do a little 6-pack available at Leluia Hall or Supperland for the holidays. So I think it's
awesome.
great. You'll have your own little personal wine pairing for Michael for Thanksgiving. I'm like,
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
yeah, let's do it. I'll
So
take 2.
Something you said struck me just now, and it was the word coherence in the cookie box. Basically, what does that mean? Like you're giving this cookie box. What's the coherence you're looking for as a pastry chef?
So if we have a dozen cookies being crafted by 4 different employees, so each employee has 3 cookies, I don't want of those cookies, most of them to be like, oh, 3 of them are sandwich cookies, and you have this 4th one. I don't want all 4 cookies to be some version of a chocolate chip cookie.
Although that would be good.
It would probably be great.
I'm in.
But people aren't going to buy into that the way that we want them to. And we want that variety and that fun and that flexibility. So
You could probably do, if you're going to get to 12 cookies, I mean, don't let me rain on your parade, but you could probably get away with just doing 6 different cookies and giving 2 of each. Because if there was a cookie I really liked, I'd probably want 2 of them.
that's fair.
Okay. Just saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just trying to save you guys a little work.
We divided
save me some
the
labor.
whole team into 2 this year. So we've got 4 staff members working on the Leluia box and 4 on the Supperland box.
And each person gets a cookie to make.
And they need to produce 3 of that cookie so that we have a dozen in the
Okay.
box.
Cool.
So then, like, did you go through with them? Like, did they propose the idea to you first, like verbally, like, or on paper or whatever?
Yeah, so I sent out a message to them 10 days ago
Okay.
and said, okay, this is the plan. This is the teams that we're dividing you guys onto this year. This is what you need to do to keep your cookie on brand for your respective restaurant. And I need to hear about what your cookie plan is by, well, today. And so
Fine.
they've been tasked with either emailing, texting, or slacking me with what their cookie is. And we'll kind of like troubleshoot and work through a couple things. So some of my team members are a little bit younger. Eliza, of course, being my youngest. And so she has to troubleshoot a little bit more than some of the other girls. But we worked through some different kinks, and I'm looking forward to later this month where we all get to sit down and try them.
What's it like going from? I remember when you first started with us, we had an executive pastry chef and you worked for her.
Yeah.
And now you're the executive pastry shop and you have a team and you've got 2 primary restaurants and I know you help across the other ones too. What's it like stepping up into that leadership role, having been where you are, like, and now you've got all these, they're all ladies at this point, right? Mostly. At those 2 spots anyway.
With Foster at Supperland, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah. So what's it like being?
it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was actually super, super crazy. And I owe a lot of my growth to the 2 of you. I'm trying not to get really savvy here.
Don't get sappy.
But you guys trusted me with something really major, having me step into that role at Supperland. And you didn't know me at the time, and I didn't have any idea what I was doing. And Chris was super adamant that I could handle it and do everything. And I was like, you are insane.
Big supporter
He was
of you.
always a big supporter.
I
of
told
you.
him up front, I was like, you are crazy. I can't do this.
But
and he
you
was
know-
like, you can do it. Come on, let's go.
It's like a sports team, though. When somebody gets hurt on the field or gets traded, it's next up. And you got to step into the role. And you did. And I think we're super grateful to you because there is a lot of focus in our company on savory.
Yeah.
And especially with me, I am not envisioning what I'm having for dessert. I am working on the appetizers and all in the rest of the menu. And so I'm super grateful to you because I feel like we can come to you with kind of like a vision and a plan, and then you put all the pieces together and kind of complete it for us. And I think you do an awesome job with that. And you make it pretty.
Thank you.
So it's not just hey, we're doing awesome pies at Supperland all the time, but it's like they're seasonal, they're pretty, they're executed, and there's so many pieces to that I don't think people realize. So it's very appreciated.
Thank you.
Yeah, what you did, being able to step up. People are oftentimes given the chance to go at bat, but there can be fear, there can be trepidation, there's, a lot of imposter syndrome, and you stepped into it, and maybe it took the belief of other people at first, but you've created something absolutely incredible, and we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
So one of the things pastry-wise that baffles me and fascinates me is how much you all have to deal with things like the weather outside. Whereas, like, if you're making a steak, it's not so temperamental. So if you could talk a little bit about that. I mean, I'll see Savannah sometimes and she'll be like, it's a humid day, so like the dough's not rising. And it's like, oh my gosh, like you have to worry about acts of God to create these breads,
Yeah, I mean, that's super, super true. When I'm working at Supperland, I'm down in the basement, so there's no windows. So I have usually no idea what the weather actually is outside.
Well,
but
it's very humid from the dish machine.
I can look at the porridge bread or the macarons and how they're moving and what they're doing, and I can go, oh, it's raining today. But yeah, the humidity from the dish machine, of course, but even just outside, like the way that it comes through the walls, it's just like it's ruining my day. Our porridge bread specifically, because it's a sourdough based bread, like we have to adjust our times between the stretch and folds and our hydration and kind of what we're doing with the grits based on the time of year. So in the winter times when it's colder in the basement, our bread moves slower. So we have to feed the sourdough at very specific times to be able to get it to actually produce porridge bread that looks how it should. It's not super dense and it's not super flat.
It's great. What's the name of our starter down there?
Jane Doe.
Jane Doe. And do we have a different one at Laylouis Hall?
We actually don't have a sourdough starter.
Oh, that's right. We don't need one.
We don't need one over there.
Yeah.
Hawaiian
I might
rolls.
Jane Doe.
Yeah.
And
How many Hawaiian rolls do you make every day right now?
A lot. We're averaging about 160 individual rolls per day on the production end of things. And then when we get into brunch, we've got the 4-ounce rolls that we're using for burger buns. I'm making about 20 of those on a Saturday morning, just kind of to see how we're doing right now. We just started brunch, so there's some kind of flexibility there on what my pars are going to look like. And then we have the
Lobster roll.
lobster rolls, which we honed those in this week. So I made 20 orders of those, which is another 40 rolls this week.
Awesome.
That's amazing. So I want to go back to our starter, Jane Doe. Does she have a history? Is there some sort of...
She does. She's got a pretty lengthy history. So she actually moved here to Charlotte
on her own accord
from Austin, Texas, with our original pastry chef, Liana. Liana brought Jane with her. Jane at that time was named Henri.
Henri.
Henri
Okay.
was Jane's name, and when everything
She
changed,
transitioned.
she did. When everything changed, we actually put her into a new container. And when we put her in a new container, we decided to give her a new name as like a fresh start for the pastry program. As
Love it.
Brooklyn and I are starting out on our own, and so we sat and talked about it, and we came up with a couple different names and voted. And
What's the feeding regimen you guys have here in Charlotte?
so
Because it's different in every town.
it is different everywhere, and our production also requires a certain amount. So it's usually about 600 grams of water to 700 grams of flour. We use all-purpose flour instead of bread flour to feed the starter because we only actually use it every other day. So rather than, it's pinching pennies at that point, but save a little bit of money on
Thank you.
the higher protein flour.
Thank you. And then next week, it's can I have this $17,000 machine?
Right, but I saved you money on the bread flour.
Right. No,
Right.
I hear you.
What do you think is the hardest thing that you guys make?
I really think that depends
Okay.
on a lot of factors, because on some days, if the weather is really nasty, it might be the pork bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I would have guessed the brie bites at Supperland.
the brie bites, so we do the puff pastry.
Yeah.
But we have this really nice, again, going back to those expensive machines that I like, we have this really nice dough sheeter that
But
makes...
I pulled a hamstring getting that down the basement.
You pulled
by
a
the
hamstring getting
way.
it down the basement.
Yes, it was really
I
heavy.
almost lost my
And
hand to it.
It was
She almost
strapped
lost
to
her
me,
hand
and
to
you
it.
stuck your hand in it. Yes, the two of us.
Yeah, she bites.
Yeah.
But it makes the puff pastry dough production super, super easy.
Okay.
And I mean, like, that's I can
half
knock
the
that out
battle.
in my sleep. That's easy.
But I'm really excited about the dough baller machine that you found, because
Yes.
I think when we get a chance to use that, that's going to save us like just tens of thousands of dollars in labor a year.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm just excited. I just can't wait to put. I mean, you take this whole thing of dough and you throw it in the top, and it just spits loaves out at you. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
the amount of work that you can save. And you can, I think some people think, oh, you're not doing it by hand, but it gives you the chance to do other things too
It
and be
does.
creative. And
It does.
well, I made rolls the other day. Just I like to kind of jump in and do some of those things to see what I'm actually putting you guys through before I'm like, hey, we're gonna make buns, and got to make some rolls and just did a little test session, and they turned out all right.
Yeah.
They were fun, but yeah, the amount of time going, oh, this needs to be 110 grams. Oh, it's 115, and then you're taking a little piece off. It is just not an efficient use
And you
of time.
can't just pull it off either because you're
Sticks to your
messing.
finger.
Well, it
and-
sticks to
yeah,
your
then-
fingers, but it negatively impacts the gluten structure of the dough. So you
Yeah.
actually have to like cut and hope that you're cutting off exactly 5 grams.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
You get better at it.
I bet.
So Savannah is in a unique position because her partner, Taylor, is also one of our sous chefs. So the two of them like live and breathe restaurants. Do you have any break from food, or does like food rule your world?
No, food rules our entire life.
I believe that. Well, what are the desserts that you two are taking to holiday gatherings this year?
We aren't.
You're not. Do you just take it as a break? I love that.
That's awesome.
No, every once in a while we'll do something, but most of the time, I mean, if I'm going home, I want my mom to make cookies. I want
Aw.
Taylor's mom to make cookies. I want Taylor's grandmother. So she makes Christmas cookies every year, and she makes this ungodly amount of Christmas cookies and puts them in tubs in this really cold bedroom she has at the back of the house. And then part of our Christmas gift every year, we open up our presents, and one of our presents is a Ziploc bag. And we just get to go in the back room with all the cold cookies and pick out what we want.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh, I
that's
love
awesome.
that.
Yeah, I don't want to
That's
make
so
desserts
great.
for grandma's house. I want to go in the cold room and eat the cookies.
Yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. What about you, Jeff? Are you making any desserts, or is that up to me?
Well, I'll get some. We'll see what we have in the Eat Gangster pantry at home, and then I'll make some gluten-free, grain-free, dairy-free cookies for the family. It's going to be awesome.
It's
Or
a
you
little.
can-
It's a
I
little.
love
You can
Carrie's
just stop
mixes.
by Alleluia Hall and pick up a whole avocado lime pie.
That sounds more my speed.
Yeah, she loves that pie.
Savannah has indulged me at Alleluia Hall and taken this key lime pie recipe that I gave her, which was really pretty shoddy, that I would make out of avocado, limes, maple syrup, and coconut manna, which is like the pulp of a coconut. And I would just eat it. And I said, can you just take this and see if you can do anything with it for Alleluia Hall? This girl creates a miracle, makes a crust, creates a pie, and now we have this super allergen-friendly dessert at Alleluia Hall.
Yeah, we didn't really change it much from what you were doing. We
It
added
looks a lot better.
a little bit of coconut milk to make it like a little bit more airy.
So
and
many
then-
people don't even realize that it's super allergen-friendly,
Oh, no.
and they just order it and think it's wonderful,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited about?
What?
I
This?
am excited about trying your
Well,
strawberry.
Let me give a little
jam.
introduction of this. Jeff's,
And-
again, reaching for the
and-
sweets.
well,
Can't get his hands out of the
and-
honey pot here.
And I'm excited to do a tasting with you on air so everybody
Oh.
can see how you act during a tasting, and that you just stare at everybody. You're like a poker player.
I act
When the-
completely rational during tasting. I
When-
don't know what you're talking
When
about.
the cards get dealt, you are staring at every player as they look at their cards. Like you want to know everybody's reaction as they take the first bite of your food, and you are just locked in.
It's the micro reactions. It's the little things that your face does when you bite into something that you don't even realize your face is doing. And that's going to tell me how
She
you
is
feel
not
about
wrong.
it before you can even open your mouth.
She
Yeah.
is not wrong. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, in the television series on PBS, Fork and Hammer, in episode 3, Savannah is on there, and she goes into this story about this strawberry jelly that her mamaw used to make, and she has the recipe. The recipe is shared on that program. So some of you are getting to know her that way. But today we're actually going to taste some of Mamaw's strawberry jelly. But can you give us a little bit of history around this, kind of like you did on the show too, but for those of you who haven't seen it yet, tell us about how special this is.
Yeah, so this strawberry jelly is super weird because it's tomato juice and sugar and lemon juice. And then she doesn't list it in the ingredients, but if you actually read the instructions, it's like there at the end, after you've boiled it for 20 minutes, throw a packet of strawberry jello in there.
Oh, so she's
So
just
the whole recipe.
cheating.
She's not
She's
cheating.
She's making
She's not
it
cheating.
in a
No, it's
different
not
way,
cheating.
Jen.
Sorry.
Cheating.
So
It's from the
Mamaw's
Depression.
doing it right.
Mamaw was broke.
Yeah.
Yes. You make
Strawberries
things
were
work.
not a thing.
She's doing it right. Sorry.
I won't say that she was doing it right either, but it's a fascinating experience actually making it too.
So you did this with, so it's tomato juice, sugar, and strawberry jello
And lemon juice,
and lemon juice. Okay.
fresh squeezed.
I mean, way to step up there at the end. I love it.
I'm going to taste a little bite of this. So, wow.
It has a texture.
It sure does. We'll get
It
some
looks,
close-ups
I mean,
in
it,
there.
it reacts like jelly.
Wow, look
too.
at that. It's like,
Yeah. It's like the real deal.
that's wild. Okay,
And
I'm
so
gonna take a little-
the whole thing on this is that the tomatoes kind of reflect the strawberry flavors and chemicals that are in strawberries.
Yeah, so
really does.
on a molecular level, tomatoes and strawberries are super similar, which means that you can really interchange all of their pairings. So, like in theory, chocolate would probably go really great with tomatoes.
Oh.
But we know that basil goes well with strawberries, and it's because of that whole thing. Like, you can make bruschetta out of strawberries. You can make sweet jams out of tomatoes. Because they just, I mean, really at their core, they kind of break down in the same way.
Oh,
All right,
that's so-
I'm gonna try this.
Now, what kind of bread is that? Is
That's
that
focaccia that I
Looks
stole
like-
from Everonda.
I love that. It really does have the flavor of
strawberry
strawberry.
smell is there. It's a touch jello
Oh, yeah.
strawberry smell, but
Oh, yeah.
like I'm about to have some fruit punch. But
He's so excited to have sugar right now. Yum, yum.
Oh,
There's
come on.
plenty of sugar in that.
So what
the
would...
mouthfeel is like it's perfectly nailed. Like it is strawberry. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like the tomato throws a little umami on the end,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really nice
And you just keep want to
touch.
go back
And
for
you
it.
would
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one.
No, I
So
mean,
what
I
would
don't.
your mama and your family eat with that? Did you just spread it on bread or biscuits? Or what did you all eat with?
I actually have zero memories of this jam.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I love that.
I found, so she had this brown box of all of her recipes that my mother and I fought over for years. And when I acquired it and started going through them, I found this and I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And so I just kind of became a little bit obsessed with it because it's weird. And I like weird.
I like weird.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, speaking of the show, you've become kind of a little bit of a fan favorite. Everybody that I talk to,
Me too.
you're one of their favorite characters that pops up. And so episode 3, when you're talking about the jelly, I think is really touching in Mamaw. That's really awesome. But I wanted to talk to you more about episode 1. I appreciated you calling me intelligent. That was really, really sweet of you.
His
I
head
know
got bigger that day.
I know I'm your boss, so that was really, really nice. But what did you mean exactly when you said maybe I'm missing something?
I mean that sometimes you act really goofy. And I'm just not quite sure where we are all the time.
He has a lot of
I
things
love
in
it.
his head that he forgets to share outwardly. He'll
He
start
does.
a sentence mid-sentence, and I'm like, oh, like we're not there. Come back.
It's-
We're not inside there.
It's the same thing like with my dad is super, super smart. He does something for the government with computers.
We're not sure what.
We have no idea. Wickedly intelligent. You would not know it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Because he just gives off this like cartoons energy. And I feel like you're doing the same thing to me in a different way.
I love it. I love it. Well, you're so sweet. And you really are. You come across so genuine and so thoughtful. And I mean, you're so good at your job that I think all that comes through on the show. And we love I think that's one of Jamie and my favorite things is when we get to show off our people, and I think that's great.
We're so proud of you and of the whole team, and to have that opportunity to be able to showcase that to the world is just something we're so grateful for.
I thought we weren't getting sappy.
No, bring out no. It's okay.
I thought you were going to bully me.
No, I'm not.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited for the holiday desserts that are coming, and I will be coming by for one of those avocado lime pies. You can count on that.
Great.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
guys.
I'm done for dessert.
That's
I'll
right.
just walk over. Be great. Well, thank you, Savannah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm so grateful we could have her on here. And with it being holiday season, I mean, it's the perfect conversation to have, all about desserts. So are you more of a chocolate guy or more of a fruity dessert guy?
I like the salty desserts. But I mean, I think I lean more chocolate, but I like a chocolate covered pretzel.
As far as coffee or no coffee with your dessert?
With my dessert, I drink enough coffee that I think I try to stay away from it at night.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So in talking to Savannah, what's something you think is a key takeaway, just like as far as just what she's doing and working on? And
when I look holistically at our company, I can't believe that we have a pastry department and all these people working for us. But I think it's us committing to making everything homemade and kind of bringing everything in-house and doing all that have gotten us there. But yeah, I'm so proud of that group and what they put out every day. It's truly amazing. And the timing and the dedication of none of their stuff really starts that day. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of their stuff is easy to plate and put out, but the amount of work and the amount of time of feeding the starter and doing all those steps, it starts a day beforehand, and they have to be conscious of oven space and when they get to use the ovens, and they're always the ones pushed around, and they're always the ones that come in at 3:00 in the morning and figure out a way to get their stuff done. They're amazing.
Yes, and I think her leadership ability is something that I think sometimes I overlook. You know, she has started with just basically her in Brooklyn, maybe like one other person, you know what I mean? And now they've threaded themselves into a lot of our savory items, and also, of course, the dessert programs. But to be able to lead those people on our team who, they might have some pastry experience, but some of them are very green, and she's still able to get out beautiful, wonderful products with a team that doesn't necessarily, they're hungry to learn, but they don't know what to do. So she really has to guide them a lot,
Yeah, she's done an awesome job, and with a lot of green, young people they're just crushing it.
Yep, for sure. Well, I know my eyes are on the cookie boxes that are coming out mid-December, and you all will be able to order them and then pick them up at Supperland or Alleluia Hall. I'm so excited to see what they do with both of them, and we'll keep you guys posted on those and share some pictures at some point. But thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.